Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to follow up on the story I did yesterday on Karl Malone and all of the backlash he received. Well, he had given that quick response and basically said, mind your business. It's my personal business and I'm not going to talk about it. But his son, Karl Malone Jr., he wanted to speak on it because it's impacting his family. This man has grown children, he has grandchildren, and they are all talking about it. And people are so callous as to go up underneath their post, the children's post, and saying all types of vile things. But I'm going to let him talk and tell you, and then I'll follow up with my commentary.
My name's Cashapp Malone. I'm probably going to get a lot of backfire for this. My mom's probably going to get mad at me, but at the end of the day, I'm just doing this for my family. And, just standing up for my dad. After, last night's episode of Last Dance, it showed how great of a player my dad is, but people don't want to see that. People want to look at his past. He made a mistake, but at the end of the day, he's still a great dad. He still takes care of Demetrius. Demetrius is my brother. I love him to death. My dad's a part of all of his kids' lives, and people want to think he's not, but, he literally does anything for us. And he'd take his shirt off his back for anybody. That's just who he is. And, it's just all that stuff that people say about him just takes away from what a great player he was and what a dominant player he was. And it doesn't only hurt me, but it hurts me seeing my mom, because my mom literally deals with all. And it doesn't only hurt me, but it hurts me seeing my mom, because my mom literally deals with all this shit. She's the rock of the family, and me and my dad had social media. He'd be on here, the same thing. But my dad's just a country boy. He still has a damn flip phone. So, I just think, me as one of his sons, and seeing all this stuff said about him on Twitter, I just wanted to step up. And I don't care what y'all think about my dad. I'm just telling you what kind of guy he is. And he literally would do anything to help anybody less fortunate of him. He's taught me a lot of stuff, and I've ran with it. And he's taught everybody in my family a lot of stuff that I value. And watching him last night on The Last Dance was growing up, I was a little kid running around the stadium, so I really didn't pay attention to him playing, but I wish I would have. Because last night watching him, I was like, damn, that's my dad, and I was proud. But then, social media came, and reading everything said about my dad, fuck Karl Malone, he's a piece of shit, horrible father. It's all bullshit. If anybody knows my dad, they know he's a great man and great father. And I just, everybody who's saying all these negative things are people who've probably never seen my dad play, are reading, or took the time to meet my dad or talk to my dad. When they did that, they'll realize that, oh damn, I feel bad for everything I said about him. But that's just how the world is. People read one thing and they want to run with it. And I'm fine with that, but it's just, it hurts seeing it as one of his sons just reading negative things about my dad when it's not true, because it takes away from what a great player he was. And I don't know how people are gonna react to this, but I just want to let y'all know, my dad, he's a great person, and I'm just tired of seeing my mom hurting with all this stuff. My dad hurting. Yeah, my dad has a flip phone, but my dad still has to deal with people, talking negative about him when he's not a negative person. And it hurts, it really does. My mom has to deal with my dad's family members just calling her out every week because, she's not black. And my mom still stays strong. And my mom's active on social media, but she still sees the things that people say about my dad, and it hurts her because, she knows that's not who my dad is. And if my dad had social media, he would be hurting too. And that's the last thing I want to see is my parents hurting. And seeing everything negative said about my dad, it hurts, because those people saying all those negative things just want to read what people write or what they hear. They never met my dad. They never took the time to even ask one of his family members about it. They just want to be the first person to always comment under one of our pictures, or comment under something we tweet saying, oh, what about the 13-year-old, or what about your brother Demetrius? If you actually took the time to look at my family or know what we're about, you would see that my dad is a part of everybody's life in my family, and he really, I mean, oh.
So you can clearly see from this video, the family has been impacted by all of this drama because his father did what he did 40 years ago as a 20-year-old, and he simply went to be honored and judge a slam dunk contest. So all of this stuff had to be dredged back up, and the people that were involved have moved on. The son that they are talking about him having, he's in their lives. The man is must be 40 years old, and these children have grandchildren now. People have moved forward. There is nothing to be gained by breaking Karl Malone over the coals and just pointing it out. We know he did it. It was wrong. He knows he was wrong. The people know he was wrong, but really this is just hurting his family. I'm sure it's hurting Karl, but at the same time, it's hurting his wife of 32 years. Their children are hurting, their grandchildren, and it may be embarrassing for the young man, the son, Demetrius, or I think that's his name, what he said. But it's probably hurting him too. This is embarrassing. And it's crazy that some adults would actually go into another adult's social media and type under their page and bother them about what the hell their dad did 40 years ago. What kind of dumb stuff is that? Like, these kids had nothing to do with it. So why would you think that you would be in the right to go on there asking, what about your dad, huh? What did he do? Oh, your dad raped that girl at 13 when she was 13. That makes that person evil and sick to do something like that. Because what would make you think to go troll up under somebody's child's page? This is not even the woman or anything. The woman that it happened to, she hasn't come out and said something. She's not on there with Gloria Allred trying to get paid and saying to go after him. These are just random trolls and people who want a good story that are going after this story. The people involved have moved forward, and everyone else should. I'm sure Karl Malone at this point won't be doing any more appearances, so they can kill all the noise. Let that man go on back to Utah or wherever he's at, Louisiana at these days. I'm not sure, but I know he's from Louisiana. And by the looks of his son's social media, he gets back out there, or he may be living there. I'm not sure. Let this man live and go on and do whatever, just like they let Carol Dunham Bryant, that had something to do with Emmett Till getting killed. Y'all letting her live her days out in peace. Let Karl Malone live his days out in peace, and let somebody else comes forward and says he did something nasty with them as well, because it was, yes, nasty, 20 and 13, disgusting, all of that, but that was 40 freaking years ago. I don't hear anybody else saying it happened since then, and all parties involved have moved forward. So who are we to hold his feet to the fire if the person that it happened to or with, if she's moved on? So let me know what you think in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like button before you go, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until next time, peace.